So your victory, the food is cheap. So you think everything is cool. You think everything is cool because your food is cheap, right? So the whole victory shall be so good cheap on earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case. You think everything is all right, right? And even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. And even then, you have all these things coming up on the earth. The sword, the famine, and great confusion. As I said, we just read a couple of ththings that's going on right now. We just read it. And these things y'all are ignorant to, but as I said, y'all don't care. Because why? You're carrying on with everyday life as usual. But eventually, what we read is going to land right at your doorstep. Alright? It says, for many of them, verse 22, for many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. Right? So he said, many of our people that dwell upon earth, they're going to perish of famine. And if you escape the famine, right? Say you escape the famine because you got preppers out there who prep for these situations. Right? So they prep for these situations, they escape the famine because they got food stored. They prepared. So they escape the famine, right? It says what? But the hunger shall destroy. Read that again, Salakia. The sword shall destroy, Salakia. Read that again. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine. And the other that escape the hunger, the one that escaped the hunger, you escape the famine, shall the sword destroy. Right? Meaning the gun, the knife, machetes, whatever it is, the sword is going to destroy you. You understand what I'm saying? So there's no escape in this tribulation, man. There's no escape in this judgment. So because you stockpile food, you think you're escaping the famine, well, guess what? You're going to have people who want that food. People who are coming to take that food. And what? They're going to put you to death and take the food. Right? This is the fittest of the fit shall survive, man. That's the kind of world we're coming in. All right? It says, and other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. Verse 23, and the dead shall be cast out as dung. The dead are going to be cast out as dung, man, to show you that our bodies are going to litter the streets. Our bodies are going to litter the streets, man. Because I said a race war is coming here. A civil war is coming here. Martial law is going to be declared. It's going to have to be declared to kind of quell the violence of it. But that ain't going to stop nothing. That ain't going to stop nothing, and I'm going to read it. Right? And there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be cast down. Exactly. The whole cities are going to be torn down. All right? Let's jump to verse 37. It says, behold, the plagues draw nigh, and are not slack, right? These things are coming to pass, man, and they're not slacking. You understand what I'm saying? They're not slacking, man, right? If it was up to me, it would have been done already, right? But it's not up to me. It's up to the Lord, right? It's up to the Lord, right? And with his time, it's not skipping a beat. It's going exactly according to plan. Going exactly according to plan. But I said, if it was mine, right, it would have been happened already, right? But the Most High's will be done, right? And it's going to happen. It says, behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. As I said, it's not slack in a moment. It's going, everything is going according to the Most High's plan. Everything is going on his schedule, right? Verse 38, as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, within 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb. Which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Right? When the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. And you can see things are speeding up right now. Things are going faster right now than it was a few years ago, man. This thing is really ramping up now. We was prophesying these things years ago. But now we're seeing the fruits of those prophecies. They're starting to bear fruit now. They're coming to pass. us now. Right? And we rejoice in that. All right? Verse 39, even so shall not the plagues be slack, meaning they're not going to delay to come upon earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. Understand, the world is going to mourn, and sorrows is going to come upon it on every side. There's no way to escape this. No way to escape it. Understand, you can't run and hide nowhere. This is coming upon the four corners of the earth. In Revelations, the 7th chapter, right, the angel, Most High told him to hold back the four winds from the four corners of the earth. That's the destruction, right? And it's going to get loose from what? From every side. So there ain't no escaping this judgment, all right? Verse 40, it says, O my people, hear my word, make you ready to the battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. The Lord said, his people, right, hear his words and make yourself ready for the battle, right? How do you make yourself ready for the battle? How do you make yourself ready for the battle? You understand? I mean, mentally and spiritually ready for this battle, right? How do you make yourself mentally and spiritually ready for this battle? Look at 2nd Ezra, the 14th chapter. 2nd Ezra 14. And 13, it says, now therefore, set thine house in order, and reprove thy people. Comfort such as them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption. This is how you make yourself ready for the battle you're coming in. Right? It says, verse 14, let go from thee mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of men, put off now the weak nature. Right? Let go from thee mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of men, and put off the weak nature. Right? And set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste to flee from these times. The Moses said, and haste to flee from these times. Haste to get away from these times. Why? It says, for yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. Meaning greater evils are going to come upon the earth. All right? Greater evils are coming upon the earth. So all the vision he showed Ezra, when he was telling him that greater evils than what he had seen is coming upon the earth. Right? And greater evils than what we out here telling you is coming upon the earth. All right? Your mind can't grasp what the Most High is bringing upon the planet here. All right? Go back to 2nd Ezra 16. It says, and the Lord said, all my people, hear my word, make you ready to the battle. And in those evils, be even as pilgrims upon the earth. Right? Let's jump to verse 42. Matter of fact, let's go to 41. He that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away. And he that buyeth, as one that will lose. Because you got people, man, who are buying houses. Right? People who are occupying merchandise. They're going to lose by it. But he that selleth, meaning all the stuff that you really don't need. All the stuff you don't need, you sell it, that's beneficial to you. That's beneficial to you because when you flee it, you can't take all that stuff with you. If you flee it, you can't take all the furniture in your house with you. You can't take your TVs and whatnot and all that with you when you flee it. No! You understand what I'm saying? And you can't be attached to these things neither. You can't be attached to these things. Understand? Some people, I know they have sentimental attachments to things, to items. You can't be that way. Alright? It says, he that occupieth merchandise as he that has no profit by it, and he that buildeth as he that shall not dwell therein. Exactly. You occupy merchandise, meaning you're like shopping. You're constantly in the mall, buying things you don't need. Right? Constantly buying things you don't really need. You're going to lose by it. Alright? You're going to lose by it. You're building houses. Right? People forget what happened in 2008 during that housing bubble when it popped. People forget. Their memory is so short, they forget. But what's going on right now? The same thing is happening again. That same booming is going on again in the housing market. The same thing is going to happen all over again. You're going to lose by it. All right?
Bye, bro.
He that soweth as he should not reap, and he that planteth the vineyard as he that shall not gather the grapes. Let's jump to verse 45 to sum it all up. And therefore, they that labor, labor in vain. Understand, whatever you're laboring for is going to be in vain. Because some people are bounding themselves in debt. Right? Like you got kids in college. All these debt. They're mounting up all these debts, so when they graduate, they think they're going to get a good job. Right? But when they get out of college, when they graduate, they realize that there's no job for them. Understand? They realize that there's no job for them. But the only thing they acquire is huge amount of debt. You understand what I'm saying? So they all that labor in college, all them sleepless nights of studying was in vain. Because it can't profit you, neither is it profiting you anything. Alright? Now let's get 2 Ezra 15.